Mark Cuban bought a small random town in the middle of Texas for $2 million because I guess that's just the kind of thing you do when you're a billionaire. And over the months following his purchase, when the locals and media questioned him about what he planned to do with the place, he responded that he was considering turning this small town into a real-life Jurassic Park.
You purchased a small town.
Yeah, Mustang, Texas. We haven't worked it through yet, but there's a chance we might change Mustang, Texas to Dinosaur, Texas, and do one of just having all these big, huge Jurassic Park-like dinosaurs.
Now, if he were to somehow be putting his money towards cloning real dinosaurs and then trying to contain them somewhere in Texas, obviously that would be frightening. But it turns out that Cuban has a much simpler and safer solution to pull this off, and it happens to work in collaboration with one of his investments that he made not all that long ago on Shark Tank.
When it comes to dinosaurs, Don is a big deal. He's a dinosaur explorer who's excavated and recreated the biggest dinosaurs that ever roamed the earth.
I'll offer you the $500,000, but I want 25%.
This whole story is a little bit ridiculous, but it's also pretty fun and fascinating. So today we're going to talk about this small town, Mustang, Texas, and the future of the town now that Mark Cuban has bought it. So the town of Mustang is sitting in Navarro County. It's about 77 acres in size. It's sitting at an elevation of 390 feet. And even though there are some reports of a few people living out there out of trailers, as of the 2020 census, the population in Mustang was a whopping 0. It's basically a ghost town with not much going on around the property other than a water treatment facility and a few other staggered structures. One of the structures, which is an old strip club called Whispers that was closed a long time ago because somebody was actually killed there. It looks like some internet wizards have somehow gone in and changed the name of the strip club since Mark Cuban bought the town. Now it is called Whispers Cabaret, aka Mark Cuberets. The internet never ceases to impress. As far as the exact location of Mustang, Texas, it really seems to be kind of in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you can see here when we zoom out on the map, it's a long ways away from Houston, Austin, Waco, Dallas, Plano, Fort Worth, or any of the bigger Texas cities that we all know well. Buying a 77-acre plot of land in the middle of Texas doesn't seem like the greatest business plan, especially for a savvy guy like Mark Cuban, but there was something very unique about this deal that made to where he kind of felt like he had to buy the town. It turns out that the town of Mustang has been for sale now for a couple of years. At one point, the seller was looking for $4 million, which is a lot of money, but to me still kind of seems like a bargain considering for that price, you're getting an entire town. But the town wasn't selling at that price, and what Mark Cuban explained on the Drew Barrymore show is that unfortunately, he had a friend who had become really sick with cancer. That friend owned the town of Mustang, Texas, so Mark Cuban wanted to help him out and did so by buying the town. Now that is a good friend. As of the last report, Mark Cuban was worth around $4.7 billion, so a $2 million purchase for him is so small that he literally won't even know the money's gone. $2 million represents a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of his net worth. Initially, Mark Cuban was pretty quiet about his intentions with this purchase. There were plenty of reports that basically just said that he had no idea what he plans to do with the town. But not long afterwards is when he started saying that he might want to turn this town into a little Jurassic Park. And since Mustang kind of had a bad reputation, he would even be changing the name of the town to Dinosaur, Texas. It might seem kind of random that of all things, Mark Cuban wanted to turn this town into a Jurassic Park style of a theme park. But like we talked about at the start of the video, his recent investment meant that he was actually pretty well equipped to pull something like this off if he wanted to. In the Shark Tank episode, Cuban coughed up $500,000 for a 25% stake in the company. And while the company does a lot, the biggest appeal is that they are building the most accurate and only full-sized robot dinosaurs in the world. Just a quick sidebar, if you want one of these life-size robot dinosaurs, you actually can go to the Dino Don website, pick your favorite species, and then they'll give you more detail like the dimensions, the price. Like this T-Rex is almost 50 grand, and then you can watch a video of what you're buying. I watched a few of these videos, guys, and I'm not gonna lie, the dinosaurs are pretty cool and pretty realistic. Looking at the acreage of the town that Mark Cuban just bought and the price of some of those dinosaurs, he would definitely be looking at spending millions and millions of dollars more on this deal if he did want to convert this town into a Jurassic Park themed venue. All of this news was pretty exciting when it was first creating a buzz all over over the internet, because even though there are some dinosaur theme parks scattered all over the world, there isn't really anything quite like what Cuban would be able to pull off. Don't get too excited though if you're a dinosaur nut. It does seem like there's still a small possibility that this whole plan will come to fruition, but some more recent articles made it sound like Mark Cuban for now is just focused on cleaning up the lot, and ultimately he may go another direction. I'm just guessing here, but if he did go forward with the plan to turn this into some dinosaur theme park, he'd probably end up with like 10 million bucks into the deal in total. And with that much money into the deal, he would want to see that park generating at least $1 million in net revenue every year for the numbers to make sense. While there are a lot of people out there who are obsessed with dinosaurs, I don't know how much I believe that the business would consistently generate that much money for the foreseeable future. So it wouldn't surprise me if the town just turned into something more marketable like a truck stop or an RV park. That's it for this story. If you guys enjoyed the episode today, hit that thumbs up button down below or leave a comment. That really helps the channel out a lot. But that's all I've got for you guys this time. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.